gorgeous Taurians. This is Debs, and this is, of course, your TGIF for Friday, the 10th of May, 2024. Taurus, I hope you guys have had a lovely week. Let's move into this reading and see how your person feels about you. This is the Tarot of Dreams, guys. Everything you need is down below. Okay, and Taurus, let's just get on with things, shall we? Is what I'm hearing. All right, Taurus. Here we go. Archangel Michael, thank you for joining us. This is the TGIF reading for my Taurians, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, Friday the 10th of May 2024. Thank you, Michael. Cards are being a little bit difficult. Are you dealing with a difficult situation? Okay, I'm seeing somebody looking a bit crestfallen, which is not a word I usually use, crestfallen, and they're saying to themselves, I just want everybody to be happy. Okay, there may be a sense of frustration. Okay, all right, Taurus. The Strength card. Okay. Taurus, you may be connected to a Leo, or you're holding back from, I'm hearing speaking your mind. You're holding back. I'm hearing it's not going to help the situation. But there's a lot, I feel, under the surface, Taurus, that you're dealing with, a lot of emotions. You're determined not to make things worse, so you're just holding back, but it's difficult to do that. The Tower. Okay. The King of Swords. The Emperor. Wow. Okay. Eight of Coins. Taurus, you may be wanting to have a proper conversation with someone because you don't feel something's right. What I see here, Taurus, is you holding back from speaking your truth, even though there's been a Tower moment relating to a King of Swords who's trying to take charge relating to finances. I think I'm dealing with a female Taurian who is either married to an emperor, and this emperor is having to manage legalities or having to manage money. Or Taurus, this could be a family dynamic where maybe someone's putting pressure on you to give them something, give them money. And it's a Tower moment for you because you didn't expect this. And it may well be that your poor husband is thinking to himself, okay, well, it's got to be fair, it's got to be right, so I better take control of the situation, speak to a lawyer and sort out the money. But Taurus, you may be, I'm hearing the word disappointed. I mean, this could even be a child of yours wanting money. And this is you thinking, you know what, we've given enough over the years. They shouldn't expect more. But they do expect more. So your husband, Taurus, is having to sort out the cash. But you're annoyed about that. Six of Swords. This is a situation that requires delicate handling, kid gloves. You do want to patch up a difficult situation, something that may have become acrimonious. With the Nine of Cups, you do want someone to be happy, but you feel as if you and your husband have given all you can to the point where it may be depleting you and you're upset. Palace of Cups. But you do want everyone to be happy. So it's as if, Taurus, you're throwing your hands in the air and sort of saying, what else do I do? Now, if you're not married, Taurus, you could be in communications with an air sign or even an Aries. We've also got Scorpio here, who is trying to do the right thing. But someone here wants money, and you don't feel that you should fork out much more. It could even be your grandparents are saying, we want this, we want that, you know, we want you to provide proper home care, and you're thinking, we can't afford it. But you're holding back from saying anything because someone here has got it under control. Two of Wands. Can we close the gap? Can we make sure that everyone involved is happy? That's all you want, Taurus. I just want people to be happy. Tree of Life. You may be dealing with a rather complicated situation. I'm hearing we just want to make sure everything is fair for everyone, but it might mean a lot of changes behind the scenes in order to make this happen. I'm hearing someone say, I really hope that they just appreciate it. Okay. The Fool. Whatever is being organized here, financially, in terms of money, it is putting you and someone else in a bit of a risky situation. I'm hearing, well, we don't know if we're going to have enough ongoing for the rest of our lives. Okay. Okay, Taurus. Page of Swords. You're going to have a very straight conversation with someone. Now, that person could be a child or sitting in, I've got to say, a little bit of a spoiled energy. And you want this person to know that you can help them, but it's going to be complicated and it's going to put you and someone else in a bit of a difficult situation. It's a risk. But you feel as if to keep the peace or to make sure everyone's happy, you need to do this. You're biting your tongue though, Taurus, because it's almost as if you want to give this person a piece of your mind. You know, do you realize this is putting us in a difficult situation, or me in a challenging situation? But you don't feel you can say that because you know very well that it is an imbalanced situation. Something here isn't fair. And you and maybe somebody else are trying to make this fair. But it's almost as if it's going to take a lot to do this. Temperance. You want peace and calm in the family, Taurus. You may have had to be very strong and assertive with an Aries or a Sagittarian. This could be a Sag saying to you, I don't really want to do this. I'm not playing ball. I don't think that this is something I want to accept. And Taurus, you may be annoyed. Four of Wands. It may be relating to a house, a home, a property, or inheritance. It's almost as if, Taurus, you're having a conversation with someone, basically saying to that person, to make everything fair for everyone involved, we want you to accept this. And what this person is saying is, well, it's going to be complicated. It's going to be risky. It's not really what I want to do. And what you're thinking about is, wow, this person is just sat in overindulgence. They're very happy where they are, but you're also managing a situation, Taurus, where someone else is unhappy because it's imbalanced. This feels very similar to a reading I did recently. Taurus, there could be a situation here where you allowed someone to move into a property without charging them rent because they were in a difficult situation. Could be a child of yours. Now they're grown up. Now they're back on their feet. Things are good. But they are refusing to leave this property or refusing to pay you rent, whereas you may have another sibling who's struggling on their own and you want to balance things out. And whoever is sat pretty in this house, feeling nice and secure, life is good, I don't have to worry about rent or anything, they don't really want to play ball, and it's upsetting you because they're simply being a bit selfish. You know? So Taurus, this is a challenging situation. Underneath the deck, you just want everybody to be happy. I just want everybody to sit in the energy of the 10 of Cups. Everyone. Not just this person who seems to have benefited a great deal. Everyone. You're trying to manifest with the energy of the Magician balance and healing in a connection. A family dynamic, Aquarian energy. You have a lot of love for someone. It could be the person that's been given sort of the short end of the stick. And you know that they're going through a very difficult time with the 10 of Wands. This is someone who's really struggling. With a Queen of Coins, Taurus, you want to do everything you can to make this a balanced situation, to help the person that's struggling. But whoever has been sat enjoying the benefits of your generosity is not wanting to play ball. Well, it's going to be complicated. Well, it's going to be a bit risky. Well, I'm going to have to move a few things around. I'm going to have to move out while you sell the property to give half the amount to somebody else. I don't really want to do this. I'm nice and relaxed here. This is about a property. And Taurus, you're biting your lip thinking, wow, this person's a bit selfish. They're just thinking about themselves. They've had it cushy for so long. And you've got an emperor here who could be a father, a grandfather, could be your husband, something like that, who is having to seek legal advice and sort out money because whoever this is not wanting to play ball. And it's upsetting you. A challenging situation, Taurus. So guys, let's get some messages from the angels. Let's see what the angels have to say. All right, Taurus. So Archangel Michael, what messages do we have for my lovely Taurians, please, in this situation? Ask for help from others. Taurus, the angels are suggesting that you seek guidance from other people. It could be you're wanting to get somebody else involved to sort of persuade this person to do the right thing so everything's balanced, to release control. It may be that you decide to seek legal advice. What is the major issue here for Taurus? Okay. The major issue is that whoever this is, who is putting their foot down, I'm very happy where I am in this property or with this money. You know they're being a bit overindulgent. The issue is this person is saying, well, I don't want to move out yet. Well, I can't afford to have the time to give you the money back that you lent me. I don't want to do it. I can't afford to do it. A year from now, maybe. They're putting their foot down and they're being difficult. because I think what they're planning on doing is hoping that the whole situation just dies down and they don't have to, in the nicest sense, release control, do the right thing. They're hoping just to brush everything under the carpet. Well, hopefully in a year's time, then everything's going to be sorted out and I won't have to move. I won't have to repay the money, whatever this is. But you don't think that's right, Taurus, because whoever is struggling here with the 10 of Wands is possibly going to face massive issues over the course of the next 12 months if this person doesn't do the right thing. I mean, this is time sensitive. What else are the angels saying? Okay. What the angels are saying is this person is going to sort of try to get around doing what they know is right, you know? Well, why don't we look at this 12 months from now? You know, I can't move out of the house yet, or I can't pay you rent yet, or I can't make things fair for the other person yet because it's going to be too much for me to handle. Basically, they're sort of hoping the whole problem's going to go away. And the angels are saying yes. You're shocked, Taurus, Tower, you're shocked because you thought this person would say to you, oh, well, you know what? I totally understand. I totally get the fact that this has been imbalanced. I've been very lucky. You've been very supportive. And I know this other person is struggling. So sure. No, they're not doing that. They're standing their ground and saying, well, do I have to do this now? Can't we sort of wait a year? And this is you a bit surprised at their reaction. What else is this person saying? Wow. Taurus, what this person is saying is it's unlikely that I'm going to be able to do this. It's unlikely that I'm going to be able to do what you want me to do. And you're shocked. They are determined to stand their ground, Taurus, because actually they're in a pretty cushy situation. They're in a pretty cushy situation. What are the angels saying? Anything else? Forgiveness. Taurus, if you help someone out a lot, I mean, this is you allowing someone to live rent-free in a property or giving somebody a house, you know, we know you're struggling, you can live here. Taurus, you may look back and think, you know what, we shouldn't have done that to begin with because it was unfair on the other person. Whoever is living this cushy life is not willing to relinquish anything to help the person who's struggling. They're digging their heels in. And Taurus, you may think to yourself, you know what, if we hadn't have been so overly generous to this person, then this person wouldn't now be struggling. This is you thinking, if it gets to the point where this person who's living this wonderful life is going to continue to say, no, I'm not going to allow you to do this. I don't want to do this. I don't see why I should, right? Then this is you thinking, I've just got to forgive myself for creating the situation and to see what else we can do to help this person sat in the 10 of Wands. So this is to do with money and or a property. Now, Taurus, there are going to be big happy changes. What does that relate to? What does that relate to for Taurus? Okay. What the angels are saying, Taurus, is this can be turned around. You have the power to turn this around. Now, Taurus, you either because you've been holding back from saying anything, even though you're shocked at this person's response. No, I'm not going to move. I'm sorry. No. They're either saying be assertive and say to this person, well, I'm sorry you don't like it, but it's happening anyway, right? So they've got no choice. Or there may be something you can come up with which is going to help this person sat in the 10 of Wands, which might be a compromise. It's up to you. There could be another way. Or Taurus, the angels may be saying, stand your ground. If you think this person is being unfair, if you think they've got it good and they just don't want anything to change, then you may have to say to this person, I'm sorry, but this isn't right. We were generous with you, overly generous when you needed us. Now somebody else in the family needs our help. We can't do that because we've given you almost everything that we had as surplus, whether it's a property, whether it's money. Yeah. But this is a challenge, Taurus, because you didn't want it to come to this. What I think, Taurus, you feel even worse about is that whoever is going through the 10 of Wands, they're trying to make the best of it. They're trying to bring in money. They're trying to balance themselves out. And they're not kicking up a fuss. Whereas this person is saying, absolutely no way. I'm sorry. What's done is done. I'm pretty happy here. I'm not moving. I'm not going to give this person money, or I'm not going to pay you back. And you feel really badly for the person who is going under because you've got nothing left to give. Seems a complicated situation, guys. This is definitely a family dynamic, and this is a situation, a problem, because one person's being selfish and the other person's not saying anything and not wanting to cause a problem, but they are really suffering, and you're caught in the middle. Either you on your own or you and your emperor. He's trying to figure out a way around the situation, speaking to a lawyer, can we get some money together? Whereas what you think should happen is that whoever is sitting in overindulgence should simply face the fact that they need to relinquish some of what they've been given so it's fair, and that amount of money or that share of the property, whatever this is given to the person who sat in the 10 of Wands. But this is someone who's saying, oh, well, maybe next year. Well, yeah, I don't want to talk about it yet. It's going to be complicated. It's going to be risky. I don't really want to do this. I'm happy here. It's as if I'm all right. I don't really care about you. And this has been a tower moment, Taurus. It's as if I can't believe that this person is behaving that way. Bless you. Okay. All right. Taurus, let's get into a messages deck. Let's have a look and see what this person who seems to be digging their heels in, I'm happy, I don't want to change anything, right? They've given you a difficult message of truth. Let's see what they would want to say to you. Let's do that. Okay, Hidden Truth Oracle. So what would this person who's sitting in overindulgence, what would they want to say to you, Taurus? You're holding your tongue, but you're sitting in the tower. It's as if, what do we do, you know? Wow. This is tricky. Goodness. So whoever's being overindulgent is saying to you, I wish I treated you better. So this could have been a spoiled child. This could have been someone who made your life very difficult. They know it, but they're not willing to admit it. I couldn't let you get close to me. So Taurus, this is somebody who may have a lot that they've hidden from you. It could be addictions. They could have got themselves into debt and they didn't want to tell you. Okay. Interesting. It was my fault, but I blamed you. Now, if this is a family dynamic, Taurus, this person may have said something like, well, if you were better parents, I wouldn't have got myself into this situation. And so what they're really saying is, I deserve now to be sat in the Nine of Cups because you should have been better parents. Whereas, for instance, if they got themselves into drugs, it's them that did it, not you, you know? Well, if you brought me up in this way, not this way, then I wouldn't have turned to drugs and I wouldn't have got myself into debt, and I blame you. So I feel it's justified that I sit in this lovely, relaxed place now in the Four of Wands. But what they're actually saying is, I know that you had to help me out because whatever I did was my fault. And I think you know that, Taurus. But they're damned as if they're going to come out with it to your face. What else are they going to say? This is a tough one. Yeah. This is someone who, unbeknown to you, is sitting having a few sleepless nights about this, because they know that what they're doing is not right. They know that what they should do is the fair and balanced thing, but they're determined not to, I'm hearing, show any weakness. Okay. I want to tell you how I feel. There may be a lot under the surface that this person has been hiding that they may want to share with you. Actually, I'm much more in debt than you thought I was, so even though you've helped me out, it still hasn't solved the problem. It could be something like that. This is a tricky one, guys. Yeah. For some reason, this person knows deep down that they may have caused this family rift. If I hadn't have got myself in a tricky situation, my parents or my family wouldn't have had to help me out and therefore put the other family member in a lot of stress. That's what I feel. They know that whatever they did caused a massive problem within the family. They know it. I remember every detail of that day. This could have been a situation, Taurus, where this person had to come clean in some way. I've got myself into debt, or I've got myself in a difficult situation. I need your help. And you helped this person and you were overly generous. But now it's their turn to ensure that another family member is helped and cared for too. They're refusing to play ball. And this is what is upsetting you. It could be a sibling rivalry thing. It could be two people that don't get on in the family. I mean, this is unfair. This person knows they're being unfair, but they could be sat in fear of change, right? I can't afford to pay Taurus back so they can give the money to this other person in the family, or I can't afford to move out of this house and pay rent. They may be living rent-free somewhere. This is a difficult one. I replay your conversations over and over. So Taurus, you may have had a lot of conversations with this person and tried to sort of bring them round to your perspective. You know, we need to help this other person now. We've been overly generous with you. It would affect them. They'd have to move out of a house or start paying you rent or repay you a loan or something like that. They don't really want to do it, even though they know that they should say to you, yes, of course, that's only fair. They're not doing it. And Taurus, you're sat in shock because you're seeing the other side of this person. You're realizing that now, in the nicest sense, they've got their feet under the table. They don't want anything to change. It's difficult. Taurus, what a strange reading, but that is what I have. That's what's come through. So guys, let's move into the second spread. Let's have a look and see if you can somehow pull the family together, make sure everybody is happy. Maybe you'll come up with something that can help this person struggling. And maybe the person who sat in overindulgence is going to understand they have to play ball. You know, it's the right thing to do. It's the moral thing to do. So guys, let's move into that second reading right now. All right, Taurus, let's have a look and see if things will be balanced out in the situation. Archangel Michael, will this family dynamic be sorted out? Will the situation be resolved for my lovely Taurians? Thank you, Michael. Yeah, something here just seems really unfair, Taurus. And you're sitting there facing a tower moment, not quite sure what to do, you know? Someone's being very stubborn, and it's not you, Taurus. I think you're the one who's wanting everyone to get on. But there's a rift here, and it's very painful for you. Okay. Let's have a look. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so there is a possibility of moving into a new cycle, or this argument, sadly, Taurus, is about money. Sometimes that can be a large amount of money. Four of Swords. You're trying not to let this upset you. This is you thinking, what can we do? If this person in the family is refusing to do the right thing, then what can I do or we do? You could be talking to a husband or brother. You know, what can we do to make this right, to make this fair? Seven of Cups. You're trying to think of what you can do. This is you putting your thinking cap on. What else can we do if the person that sat in indulgence refuses to play ball? Queen of Cups. You may be connected, Taurus, to a Pisces, Cancer or Scorpio who's in a very toxic situation. Wow. So it may well be that the person that's struggling is a Pisces, Cancer or Scorpio, or even a Capricorn, Taurus. Now, there could be an issue with a Pisces, Cancer or Scorpio who sat in overindulgent energy, and this is you upset about that. Let's have a look. Seven of Wands. Okay. You're having to stand your ground somehow, Taurus. You may either have to stand your ground against a Pisces, Hangman, or maybe someone here coming through as the Queen of Cups or a Capricorn is being very defensive with you because they don't think it's fair, you know. Page of Cups. All right. Taurus, this is a nice person. This is you apologizing to this person. We can't do anything because so-and-so isn't willing to help. And even though this person is stuck, they're being quite nice about it. But this is someone, Taurus, who may just decide to cut contact. You know, this is someone who deep down feels it's very unfair, it's very unbalanced. So even though they're going to be nice about it, well, thank you for trying. They are in a difficult situation. And I feel they believe that now they're sort of on their own. Okay, well, I've just got to cope with the situation by myself. Let's see. Ace of Wands. Oh, this person's a real sweetheart. What they're saying is, Taurus, look, don't worry. I'm bound to come up with some bright idea, Ace of Wands. I'm bound to come up with something. to help me get myself out of the situation. Don't worry, you've done your best, you know. But you feel for this person, Taurus. Now, it could even be that this person is upset and defensive, feeling stuck, because maybe someone in the family got pregnant by mistake. Ace of Wands, Page of Cups can be a child. Somebody fell pregnant, and that's why you had to help them out financially. And maybe another sibling here is going through a tough time, but you've given everything to the person that fell pregnant. Something like that. We got a child in the Ace of Wands. The Sun. Now, this can be happiness. This can be enlightenment. Leo energy. 10 of Pentacles. There could be some enlightenment about a large amount of money. 2 of Pentacles. Taurus, you may try to juggle money with your person in order to make sure that you can help out the family member who's struggling. There may be something here that you have a light bulb moment about. Oh my goodness, well, we put that money into that investment years ago. Well, we could give that money to this person that's struggling. I mean, there's going to be something like that. It's not going to be easy. You're going to have to juggle things around, but you may pull together quite a large sum of money. And this is you realizing that that could help out the person that's struggling. We'll see. Death card, all right? Yes, this could actually change the whole dynamic. Temperance. Yes, this could be balanced out. This could be balanced out, Taurus. This is you thinking, if we can manage to do this, then the other person would be okay. The other family member would be okay. So underneath the deck, Taurus, the Strength card, all right. You've been holding back from any further communication with the person that's sitting in overindulgence and any further communication with a family member that's struggling because you've been trying to rack your brains as to what you can do to sort out the situation, which you now realize is very unbalanced. It's very unfair. With the energy of the Star, you're wanting peace and harmony in a family unit. One of these two people that you're dealing with, Taurus, could be a Leo or an Aquarius. We've also got Scorpio, Sag, potentially Capricorn too, Cancerian energy. All right, 9 of Wands. It's not going to be easy to sort this out. I think you just feel burdened. Either because you felt you should have made a fairer decision in the past and you didn't. Maybe you sort of said impulsively, oh my goodness, okay, well, you can live in this property or you don't have to pay as rent. It's fine. And then realize later on down the line it was very unfair on the other person. It could be you feel burdened because whoever sat in this overindulgent energy is shockingly digging their heels in. No, I don't want to change my situation. No, I'm really happy here. Thank you very much. This other person, the other family member, can kind of sort their own life out. You're a bit shocked by that. And it's not what you wanted. You wanted everyone to be happy. Chariot. Cancerian energy. Could be dealing with a Cancer. You're very burdened, Taurus, because you may know that the person that's struggling is waiting for you to move towards them to say, this is what we can do to help. But up until this point of time, because this person refused to play ball, you've been sitting there thinking, well, we don't know what we can do. Because basically this other person has got the majority of the assets or the money left over or the second property, whatever this is, you know? So you may be planning on visiting the person that's struggling and you're stressed about this, thinking to yourself, well, we've got to tell this person that the other family member is saying no. And that's a horrible thing to have to admit to. No, this other family member isn't going to play ball. They are not going to do the right thing. They're not wanting to act with integrity. They're basically saying, why should I? And you're mortified that you're going to have to relay that information to the person that's struggling. Could be a sister-brother dynamic, could be two sisters, two brothers, whatever's going on here. You're upset that one of these siblings is being greedy and the other one is left to struggle. Queen of Swords. Yeah. Taurus, when you speak your truth, the person I think that's been struggling may be a bit cold with you, and it might be very, very hard for this person to sit in a relaxed, warm energy because they simply feel the whole thing is really unfair. So try as they might, they may come across as being a little bit blunt, a little bit, okay, well, I'm on my own then, thank you, kind of thing. But we do have the Sun and the Ten of Coins, so Three of Wands. I think, Taurus, you plan on releasing some kind of lump sum that you have invested in another area, could even be in another country, to help out the person that's struggling. It's not going to be easy, but it could change, transform the whole situation, and it could bring peace to this dynamic. You're hoping you can achieve this, and you may relay this to the person that's struggling, so at least they know that you're trying, you know? Wow, this has been a long reading, guys. All right, so let's finish off with messages from the universe, all right? So Archangel Michael, what's the guidance for my lovely Taurians from the universe, please? What is the guidance from the universe for my Taurians? Okay, Taurus, clean it up. If you realize looking back that you were overly generous to one person whilst not being fair to another, it might have been an impulsive decision because whoever was struggling needed your help quickly. What you're realizing now is everything has to be balanced out because this might have been a very unfair situation for a long time. So the angels are saying, Taurus, clean it up, do the right thing. If you can manage to balance everything out, you may even want to stand your ground against the person who's saying, I don't want to make any changes. Then that's the right thing to do. What else is the universe saying? Treasure Island. What they're saying, Taurus, is this is similar to the Nine of Cups. Someone here is sitting on a lot of equity or a lot of money by themselves. We've got someone singular here. So if this is someone who was in a tricky situation, you may have helped them out. But what you're thinking about is, wow, you know, this person is just sat in this, I don't know, 2-bedroom house or 4-bedroom house by themselves, not paying us rent, while the other person can barely afford to scrape together enough to live. There's something here that's really unbalanced. And I think, Taurus, the angels are saying, rather than putting yourself and the rest of your family, could be a husband, could be your brother and sister, rather than putting the rest of your family in a very difficult financial situation, you need to get assertive with the person that's being overindulgent. Clean it up, right? You need to tell them, sorry, but this needs to be made fair. So rather than putting more weight on yourself by depleting yourself financially, you need to get tough with this person who's obviously sat in a very nice position, you know? Thank you very much. All right, what else do we have from the universe for Taurus? Higher power. The angels and archangels are with you on this, Taurus, and they're going to do their best in order to persuade the person that sat in overindulgence that they should do the right thing. What else is the universe saying? Orphaned, yeah. Because Taurus, someone here is struggling. They feel left out in the cold. They don't quite know what they're going to do. They may be clinging hold of 5 pentacles, thinking, how am I going to survive? Whereas the other person is sat symbolically in the energy of Treasure Island. They've got it all, right? Yeah, so Taurus, you will do the right thing. You will know what you can do to sort this out. Let's get a final message from Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael, what is your closing message of guidance, please, for my lovely Taurians? Thank you, Michael. Okay, go with your intuition, Taurus. Your inner guidance is real and trustworthy. And the prayer reads, please help me clearly see, hear, feel, and know the divine guidance that I've asked and prayed for. Allow me to keep my ego out of the way so your wisdom can come streaming through me for my own benefit and for those around me. So your inner guidance is real and trustworthy. You know, Taurus, what needs to be done. So follow your inner guidance. All right, guys. Underneath the deck, new beginnings and a fresh start. There will be happiness and peace in this dynamic. You will find a way, Taurus, okay? All right. Guys, I'm leaving it there. Thank you for bearing with me. It's been a long reading. Take care of you. Have a lovely weekend. And of course, I'll be back before you know it with your next set of readings. See you soon. Bye, Taurus.